YouTube, what's going on, man? It's your boy D.SHELTON, man. We back with another video. We back with another reaction, man. Why am I hearing T Grizzley supposedly impregnated his aunt, then got her killed right afterwards? Now I'm just now seeing it floating around. I know his aunt got unalive like some years back, and he always put it in a song in a tribute to her. But these little accusations that's coming out is crazy. So we finna get into the video. We finna see what Flacco's talking about. Let's get into the video, man.
That T Grizzley impregnated his own aunt, and in order for her to be murdered is escalating quickly. It went from a mere conspiracy to now it's a theory that's being explored in court. This goes without saying, but I'm not accusing T Grizzley of doing anything. I'm simply laying out the facts and laying out why T Grizzley is currently trending and why people is accusing T Grizzley of impregnating and murdering his aunt. After you hear all...
I ain't gonna lie. The impregnating part is crazy. You doing that with your aunt? Like, what the like, these be y'all favorite rappers. Like, I don't know. This all speculate. These accusations though. So we finna get back into the
information. It's up to you guys to make up your mind. With that being said, let's get started. The murder of T Grizzley's aunt / manager, Jobina Brown, has always been sketchy, has always been suspicious, never made sense at all.
The search continues this morning for the gunman who shot and killed the manager and aunt of Detroit rapper T Grizzley. 41-year-old Jobina Brown was shot in the area of 3 Mile Drive and Mack Avenue on the city's east side Tuesday night. Now, this is an update to a story that we brought you Wednesday morning. TMZ is reporting that Brown was in the back seat of a car when the suspect approached and started shooting, and she was rushed to the hospital where she later died. It is not clear if T Grizzley was the intended target of the attack. The rapper and his driver were not injured.
This isn't a situation where hindsight is 50-50 and people is looking back like, that sounded sketchy, or I didn't spot these red flags before. No. From day one, anyone who heard this story, even from the mouth of T Grizzley, who was present, they've always had more questions than answered. Right. Because T Grizzley will be pretty candid about what took place that night. He wasn't shy. He told the full story to a lot of people and a lot of platforms, even made a song about it. And every time T Grizzley told the story,
made a song about it,
people was like, that don't make sense. Especially people in the streets. Like us civilians, like we can have our opinions, but people in the streets, when they heard what happened, they're like, yeah, that's not how the streets go. Like that's like that don't make sense.
So the night everything happened, man, can you kind of go over that night with us? I know y'all was at the studio. I seen you on your Instagram.
Yeah, so we was at the studio with Guapo and Jay Swan or whatever. And I'm going over my cousin's house, my older cousin. He was real close with my pops, just like my pops' brother. And I always try to, show him some love, because that's another wound we really ain't healed from.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I went over there, and I was telling her, like, come in the house. And she like, no, I don't want to go in. I'm begging her to come in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain areas, you just can't, you got to move right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't about where you at. I could go anywhere I want to.
Right.
But I got to move right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm moving right, can't nothing happen to me. So I'm telling her to come in the house. She like, no. Because JB was kind of like funny acting about dirty houses.
Okay.
And stuff like that. The house wasn't even dirty, but to her, she just...
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of get what she's saying, you feel me? But not you don't just sitting all willy-nilly out in the car in Detroit at night. You can't even really do it broad daylight, but especially not at night, especially what be going down in Detroit. So it's just like, I get it. I kind of understand what she's saying. She was quote unquote funny about going inside dirty houses. Shit, just stand up. Like, you feel me? So I don't know, man. It's just, I get it. I don't get it.
Just a clean, real clean person.
Okay.
It's like, no, I don't want to go in them people's house. I don't want to sit on their furniture and all that stuff.
This one is not too much of a red flag for me, but a lot of people thought, come on, bruh. She chose to wait in the car at night in Detroit instead of going to the house. And, like, this is your family house, too? This don't really sound too right. But, yo, I never lived in Detroit. I never lived in Chicago. I never lived in places that could be the murder capital. So I don't know, all right? Like, I don't know. Maybe it is a routine thing to wait in the car at night in those areas while people go to the car. Maybe not everybody is as scared or terrified as people like me.
I'm like, all right, I'll be right back. So I'm knocking on the door. My people's taking so long to come to the door. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they finally come to the door. As soon as I see her, as soon as I see my auntie, she about to open the door. I hear a whole bunch of shots going off. You know what I'm saying?
Behind you.
What?
Behind me, I hear a whole bunch of shots going off. So I get down because I'm thinking they about to come to the side and start, you know what I'm saying, shooting at me, and I ain't got nothing on me at the time.
Wait, what did he say?
My cousin ran out with the shots going off. You know what I'm saying?
Behind you.
Behind me, I hear a whole bunch of shots going off. So I get down because I come to the door. You know what I'm saying? And they finally come to the door. As soon as I see her, as soon as I see my auntie, she about to open the door. I hear a whole bunch of shots going off. You know what I'm saying?
Behind you.
Behind me, I hear a whole bunch of shots going off. So I get down because I'm thinking they about to come to the side and start, you know what I'm saying, shooting at me, and I ain't got nothing on me at the time. My cousin ran out with a gun. I'm like, perfect. So we ran out on the street. When we ran out, my driver was gone with no cars out there. I'm like,
She was in the. So what was the vehicle? She was in the car. Like
yeah, she was in the car. She was in the car.
Okay.
She was in the car on the street. So my cousin ran out with the gun or whatever, and we ran out in the front to see what's going on, and to, if somebody up on us, we gonna get them off us.
A court trial for his aunt murder.
So was the aunt in the same vehicle as them, or she was in a separate car? Cause like this ain't making sense. So why they if y'all was in the same car and they was waiting on you to, and you went up the stairs, why they didn't hit you up if they seen you? Cause like I said, you T Grizzly, bro, you not a small nigga, so they gonna know that's you. But instead they went to and shot your auntie. I don't know, man.
It actually started today, but we will get to who the defendant is, who's being charged with the murder, and how even that looks horrible for T Grizzly.
Right.
But at trial today, a YouTuber, The Family, he actually watched the trial, right? He actually watched it through, I think it's a Zoom or something, but the trial was being filmed. And when he watched the trial, T Grizzly's other aunt, whose house he was at, she testified. And she actually testified that the story they told the police,
I heard that wrong.
well, T Grizzly told the police, he didn't see who did it, he didn't snitch, but he did say, listen, when the shots ran off, shocked, ran to the window to see what's going on. We ain't know what was going on. We were shocked. The aunt actually said, like, cut the malarkey. No, I didn't see T Grizzly run to no window appearing shocked.
Question was asked by the state. Does she remember the aunt mentioning that when T Grizzly heard the shots inside the home, he ran to the window to see what was going on? The aunt responded, no, she didn't say that.
So once we got outside, once we got in the front where they was at, my driver gone. There's no cars out here.
Okay, wait, let me ask you this. So was you had to enter to the back door or something?
Yeah, I was
side door. Okay, I get you. Okay.
But basically, I don't even know what's going on at this point.
Okay.
So we in the front, I look in the street. I don't see no glass in the street. So I'm like, oh, they straight. You know what I'm saying? That's probably some, I didn't even think this had nothing to do with us.
Okay.
You feel me?
Right.
But my cousin still came out there with the gun though. So I was cool with going out there.
I'm like,
I ain't see no glass in the street. I'm thinking they heard some shots and pulled off.
Okay.
So now I'm mad now. Like, y'all heard them shots, why would y'all leave me over here?
Right.
You feel me? You could at least call me and told me, like, it's too much going on over here. Come on, we gone. You know what I'm saying? That my driver ended up calling me, like, and told me what happened. So basically what happened, they walked up to my door and opened my door. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas opened my door trying to get at me.
Now, I am no street nigga, but I do know what's going on in the streets, and I know what to do. You know, ain't no nigga walking up to a car to wet you up to see if you are inside the car, to make sure that's you if they are after you. Point blank, period. Because you open that door, you might say they can get blasted. So that don't make sense to me. So you telling me they saw you walk up the stairs and like, oh, that ain't T Grizzly. But we gonna get out the car, walk up to the car, open the door, like, oh, bam, that's T Grizzly right here. And shoot your auntie. Didn't hit the driver at all. The driver didn't get wet up. He drove off perfectly fine. Y'all see what I'm getting? Like I said, I ain't no street nigga, but I know niggas ain't doing hits like that. They usually just fire the whole car up and whoever in that bitch get hit. And you telling me they opened the door to identify you first before they shot you. All right, come on. All right, T Grizzly. That's the story though. That's what you going by. Sounds suspicious.
Like niggas was coming for me because they opened my door. Okay. And was shooting in the car. They hit her 8 times though.
Damn, 8 times?
And you have no idea where this came from?
No, I ain't got no idea where it came from. But it ain't even matter where it came from. I felt like everybody was a suspect. I felt like everybody was a suspect. So even if
it's at this particular point, the story breaks down for me and it stops making sense. So if they were trailing them close enough to where they were able to get to the crib or get to the vehicle while T Grizzly was still at the door, then wouldn't they just be able to see where T Grizzly went and follow him? But besides that, let's just say T Grizzly was at the door long enough to where, you know, they were able to catch up to the vehicle. Cool. Right. They was obviously looking for someone. T Grizzly is saying they were looking for me. It wasn't a situation where they were going into this looking to kill everybody in the vehicle. They was looking for someone.
Right.
And that's why they went to the vehicle, opened up the vehicle, looked to see who's in the vehicle, and began shooting that person on that side.
8
That's
times.
why the driver wasn't hit and he was the only other person in the vehicle, but that's why he wasn't hit.
And
all the bullets went to the person on the side of the vehicle they open up. But in that case, if they open up the car door, wouldn't they be able to see, oh, it's not T Grizzly? And close it back up? Because they obviously wasn't concerned with killing just anybody because the driver was never hit and he was never killed and he was a witness. And they let the witness live. So if that's the case, wouldn't they just have like just moved on or just try?
Exactly. I'm sorry for pausing it. But like I said, ain't nobody opening no damn door to see who to identify the person they trying to knock off. Like that's just not that's just a smart street business. Like I said, you don't know what's in that car. Like I said, shit, they could have had a whole switch waiting for you. A whole Drake ARP waiting for you. And you told me they opened the door, legit shot her and then hit the driver. Like, come on, man. Like, that make it make sense, bro. Hey.
How to find T Grizzly and leave the auntie be if the auntie wasn't a target? To me, that shows the auntie was the target the whole time. If they opened up that car vehicle, seen her, and still shot and killed her, she was the target, and I don't think T Grizzly was the target. Mm-hmm. But who would want to kill the aunt or T Grizzly? The best guess here is T Grizzly's ops. T Grizzly ops, people who hate T Grizzly, people who T Grizzly have been beefing with for a while now. So that's why the next development in this story doesn't make sense and is awfully suspicious. T Grizzly is really close friends with Booka 600. Booka 600 is a Chicago drill rapper. They're so close that Booka was a groomsman in T Grizzly's wedding. And the wedding took place.
I'm sorry for pausing it again. I seen this on Instagram. He recently just got married, so this is a fresh photo right here. And y'all know, like I said, T Grizzly, he's cool. He got a whole album with Dirk. Shit, he's cool with Vaughn. Shit, when Vaughn was alive, they was all eat lobsters and steak together on Instagram.
The aunt's murder took place 5 years ago. Now, Booka 600 has an associate from Chicago called Wu Thing. Now, Wu Thing is from the same squad, the same clique as Booka 600. They're very close associates. Now, Wu Thing was ultimately arrested and charged with the murder of T Grizzly's aunt. Even after he was arrested, the police made it perfectly clear they don't believe he was acting alone. They don't believe he committed this murder alone. They don't believe he's the only accomplice. And their actions after they arrested him made it perfectly clear. But how was he arrested? How was he caught? He was caught because, quite frankly, Wu Thing is the dumbest, stupidest criminal you will ever hear about. This man was still in the murder getaway vehicle that was stolen, by the way, and he still had the murder weapon on him. Again, stupidity is an understatement.
State and the feds. October 19, 2019, just 2 months after JB lost her life, Wu Thing was arrested in Chicago, Illinois.
So he got arrested 2 months after this on a routine police patrol when another
It was around 12:06 p.m. when officers from Chicago Police Department were on a routine patrol when they responded to another officer report of a male and one female sitting inside of a stolen vehicle parked in the alley behind 5920 South Calumet Avenue in Chicago,
I ain't from Chicago, but I know that's 600 territory.
That the vehicle was stolen by checking the vehicle license plate in the law enforcement computer database. When responding to CPD, officers pulled into the alley. They observed the male subsequently identified as Wu-Tang, aka Jermaine Whedon, and a female standing near the stolen vehicle, a blue Nissan Versa with New York license plate. Now keep that vehicle in mind. As the responding officers exited the patrol car and approached Wu-Tang, he fled from officers on foot. After a brief foot chase, the officers apprehended Wu-Tang and placed him in handcuffs. As Wu-Tang physically resisted the officers when placed against the police car, a Glock 23 40 cal semi-automatic handgun, bearing serial number PAZ-363, fell out of Wu-Tang's left pants leg. So the handgun was loaded with 12 rounds of ammunition with the head stamp marking SIG 40 S&W. During the subsequent search of the stolen blue Nissan, CPD officers recovered an extended magazine from the passenger side door. Now fam, would you believe this man had the same firearm and same stolen vehicle during the night that JB lost her life? Well, it's true. When it came to the rental, the car was a Hertz rental car that had been set to be returned to Hertz on August 24th, 2019. Hertz filed a stolen police report in September of 2019. The following year, February of 2020, DPD received notification from the MSP lab where they test the firearms, the ballistics. They confirmed that that firearm that Wu-Tang was caught with in Chicago was the same firearm used to take the life of JB. May she rest in peace.
I have a deep dive coming up on this very shortly where I'm going to deep dive on the case, how they called Jermaine, why they called Jermaine, what other proof they got for Jermaine, and the entire murder case surrounding the aunt, including other suspects, etc., etc. In this video, I'm just speed running the accusations against T. Grizzley. Now, I don't care what y'all say. I'm not indicting T. Grizzley. I'm just telling you guys exactly why T. Grizzley is currently trending, and y'all could believe it after I lay out what's going on. I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm simply laying out the facts of what's going on. But what I would say, bruh, is this. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what explanation you guys got. If an associate of Booka 600, who is also my close friend, if this Wu-Tang dude is my close associate, he's from Chicago. I'm from Detroit. What beef do he got with my aunt? Or what beef do he got with me? So I don't care what y'all say. I think it's weird to still be hanging out with associates of the...
You hanging out with associate, then he's your groomsman at your wedding. Like, that ain't spooky to y'all, bro? Y'all seen the picture? Hey. Ain't shit happened. Like, you feel me? Your homie supposed to kill my auntie? Come on. I know T. Grizzley. No dude is arrested. Hey, come on, bro. Like, that shit's spooky. That's suspicious as hell.
Dude who killed your aunt. Wu-Tang and Booka 600 is inseparable. They're from the same clique.
I ain't never heard of Wu-Tang.
He killed your aunt while he was looking for you, apparently, but you still hang out. He's still the groomsman to your wedding. He's still your best friend. It doesn't make sense whatsoever. I don't think it makes sense. As a matter of fact, I think it's flawed. I think it's disloyal. And if T. Grizzley is not involved, he's an idiot. Why would you hang out with the same clique who's responsible for the murder of your aunt? And you claim they were looking to murder you, but yet you're still friends with Booka, who's an OG from that clique. It doesn't make sense to me at all. I think it's flawed here, people. Now, let's move on. So, but what's the motivation? Why would Wu-Tang want to murder T. Grizzley's aunt? Why? What's the motivation here? Why would T. Grizzley want to murder his aunt? Well, in court today, you know, a close source to the family was actually in court. And the state actually threw out that they believe that T. Grizzley impregnated the aunt, that the aunt was pregnant at the time for T. Grizzley's baby, according to the family.
And many more. But I was able to catch it today, although the audio wasn't allowed for screen recording while looking. You can only screen record if the audio picks up from another device. And I didn't know that today. But I took some key notes. And the house that T. Grizzley allegedly stopped at the day JB lost her life to go inside. Remember we said that was his aunt's house? Another aunt? Well, she took the stand today. And to sum up 8 hours for you guys in 60 seconds, I say this. That rumor that's floating around that T Grizzly got his alleged aunt pregnant, the state believes that. Not the Family TV, not Reddit, the state.
Come to find out, T Grizzly and his aunt/manager isn't blood related. So if T Grizzly is impregnating her, it feels like the situation got messy. But what's the official theory? What's the official conspiracy? You heard a lot of bits and pieces. Well, here is the full theory laid out, and exactly why people believe that T Grizzly hired the help of his friend Wu Thing, who was close with his best friend Booka 600, and they conspired this plan to murder the aunt. Here is why here's the theory people believe explains why T Grizzly did this.
This is why T Grizzly backdoored his auntie. When T Grizzly first came home, he dropped his hit song, First Day Out. But due to debts T owed to the government, he made his uncle wife, JB, which some will say is his auntie his manager, and made her make and fake label, and signed himself to the fake label, so all his music would be under JB name. But by the time T Grizzly got rich and paid off all his debts, he was ready to put all his music back in his name. But JB was refusing to sign the papers to give T his music back. So T would pay 600 Booka to have someone from his side to kill JB. So on August 20th, 2019, T and JB would both link up, and when T would get out and walk in the house, 600, Wu-Tang would pull up and shoot JB 8 times as T was walking in the house.
I feel like I'm at least obligated to say it doesn't make sense the entire way that he did it as well.
I'm gonna say this now, like because I ain't saying it makes sense to why but like, why would you still knocked off your auntie because of that? But the impregnator part's crazy. And if she didn't want to, sign you, give your name back to your masters and everything for that, that's crazy. So it would look suspicious if he really did do this. It would look suspicious for him to have somebody from Detroit do it from his side or something. So why not ask, somebody from another city that you real close with, gangsters. So I don't know, man.
Because how do these people know like what was in T Grizzly's contract, right? Like, how do they know, like all his music was in this lady's name? Like T Grizzly signed a record deal, so wouldn't the music be in the label's name and not her name? And then also too, like the motive isn't really there. Like outside of maybe the state believing that T Grizzly impregnated the aunt. Yeah, but crazy. If that's the case, then I don't know. Maybe that's the motive. But the motive that the music was in her name, so he took her out, I don't know. Yeah, T Grizzly seemed pretty grateful for this woman. Apparently, she was the only one who believed in T Grizzly when he first got out of jail. She's the one who put money up behind him and took a chance on him. So for him to like turn around and do this to her, it seems pretty unbelievable.
First came home, I had asked a lot of people in my family for a chance because this is what I was really trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, can y'all help buy me a beat? I really want to rap. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them just wasn't taking me serious.
Oh, yeah,
like, you gotta get a job. What you trying to rap for? And all this other stuff.
Right. And she believed in you.
She believed in me. She was the only one.
I feel that.
That first day out video, she paid for the video, bought the outfit I had on in the video, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
what we playing right here?
Rocking every sense.
What we playing right here?
Call of Duty.
On the killing spree.
Modern Warfare. Definitely on the killing spree.
You nice with it?
Watch this. Hold on, watch this.
Those are the accusations. We'll be doing a full deep dive and breakdown of this case probably tomorrow. But y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think? Do y'all feel like T Grizzly did this? Do y'all feel like he didn't do this? Let me know. Now, the strange part about this all is the police actually reposted the Crime Stopper reward for the aunt's murder like the day the trial started. So they're still looking for other people. They're not done yet. And the fact that they really was focused or they was asking questions pertaining to T Grizzly, I don't think that's a good sign. But y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this? Do y'all think he's guilty? Is he innocent? Let me know. Okay? Now, if you're still watching this and you enjoyed this video,
who knows, man? That's crazy. I don't know, man. Like I said, he dropping another video, so shit. We gonna watch that one, see what happens. Shout out to Flacco, man, for the video. Catch you on the next one, man.